So with that said, let's start tonight's show. And our first segment is S-scale modeling, and our sponsor for that is the National Association of S-Gaugers.
Are you looking for something a little different in your model railroading? The National Association of S-Gaugers suggests you take a look at S-scale. An S-scale model is just 36% longer than an HO model, but it's 2.5 times the volume. The larger size translates to increased ease of maintenance, more durable details, and improved electrical and mechanical reliability. S-scale modelers use accurately proportioned wheels and track systems with KD-style couplers. Exceptional S-scale models and layouts are being built in both standard and narrow gauge. Locomotives and rolling stock are available from a number of manufacturers in both ready-to-run and kit form. Equipment is available both new and through an active secondary market. There are numerous manufacturers of track, buildings, vehicles, and details, both ready-to-run and in kit form, available for those who love to build. And many S modelers enjoy kit bashing and scratch building in the larger size S offers. To learn more, visit the website of the National Association of S-Gaugers. Here you will find the history of the scale, information about clubs in your area, see layouts and connect with current manufacturers and online groups, plus much more. In short, the website has everything you'll need to explore model railroading in S-scale today. Come on board and visit soon.
We really do appreciate the National Association of S-Gaugers being a sponsor, and hope that they decide to continue in 2025. Jamie Bothwell is the host for this segment of our show, and I want to particularly thank Jamie, because Jamie is not just the host for this segment. Jamie has been involved and a team member of the New Tracks team for years, and he's made major contributions to our website, and he is the one who's responsible for everybody being able to log into the shows each week, because he gets out all of the emails to everybody once a week. So Jamie, thank you so much for everything you've done for the show up to this point, and now you're the host of this segment, so welcome.
Well, yeah, thanks. I'm glad to see people are figuring this out. We've had a couple of rough weeks here. So we figured out a problem with the email system, and so we were getting everybody their notices, and then they changed the Zoom link, and we're still trying to fight with that battle. So a couple of late minute additions, but hopefully we've got the problems worked out, and hopefully we'll see. At least, I guess next week we've got a couple of weeks to sort of test things and make sure they're rolling okay with the not exactly a show, but just volunteer to show up. So anyway, tonight Andy Millett's back again to tell us a little bit more about his layout. So I'll just turn it over to Andy. I saw him on there, so I know he's around. What do you got, Andy?
This is just a recap about what my layout is eventually going to be. Those are the plans. There's the lower level. And today I'm showing you the layout itself, and there's a Christmas train. So I'm going to see if I can share this video I took of it. Oh, wait a minute. Now, how do I get out of this? Hold on. Okay, here's a video. Is that being shared yet?
Yes.
Okay, can I play it?
Should be able to.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the layout. This is where the foundry will be. As you can see, it's a temporary tree manufacturing area. That's William Kennedy and Sons Foundry. So here's the Christmas train. That's a K3 Pacific I built on an American Models frame. And these are all S-Helper service cars except for one, which is the flat car, and it's got Christmas trees on it. I'm trying to simulate the old American Flyer Christmas tree car. So these are pretty neat S-Helper cars that came out every year as a kind of a Christmas thing. So these are the yards in Owen Sound, and the train is going to be pulling out and going past the roundhouse, which is not installed, and the turntable, which has not been put in place because I need to put an RCA building flat across from it. And until I do, I will not, until I put it back there, I can't put that stuff in there, because once that stuff's in, I cannot access the backdrop too easily. So it's pulling out of the yard. There's the crane, which will eventually become the coal supplier to the locomotives. You can see the roundhouse and a bunkhouse beside it. That's what's going to be there eventually, and the train is slowly pulling out. And I'm going to trying to give you a video tour of the layout. Hopefully, it's interesting enough to everybody. This is my first time trying to do a phone video, so it's a little bit. I found it a little bit challenging. Let's put it that way. Normally I use a video camera, which is now obsolete. So now it's passing what would be a lumber company, and then zoom over to where some more where the grain elevator is supposed to be eventually. There's a mock-up of it using cardboard tubes. Now it's going across the Potawatomi River, and there's a big tree there that's almost finished. There's some more trees that are finished. They're not really planted anywhere. It's now passing the boarding tracks where they board up the boxcars before they loaded them with grain. You can see some stacks of planks there, or wood, actually not planks, but now it's going around a corner, and in this corner was Super Test oil. You'll see some eventually to be oil tanks and a tank car, and then there's the other portion of those controls for the switches. Now it's going to head towards the helix, which is necessary evil to be able to get this layout to function the way I want to. So here's the helix. Somebody asked about how many levels. They're kind of 4 levels, but not really. 3 levels. As the locomotive's on the first level, you'll see this little short circuit symbol. If there's a short, the layout's divided in. Oh, I guess I can jump up to here. This is the candy cane forest where the grandkids come and pick up candy canes. Those are really nice candy canes that come with candies and everything. Here it is coming along a shelf, going along into Parkhead. This would be the west part of the Y. It's crossing Highway 6. And then it's going to go on to the north leg of the Y. There's a clock my father built. He was a woodworker. He did quite well. And this is Parkhead. It's as you can see, it's right over Owen Sound, and that's kind of a bridge over the whole hallway or the access there. And there's a whole bunch of trees that I built, and because Parkhead and most of this line went through a column of trees. There are a lot of neat cars in this consist. 3 of them light up. 2 of them are Rudolph, oddly enough, but that's what they did. So that's crossing over to there. And so it can back into Parkhead Station, and there we go. So the video will terminate pretty soon. There you go. So I'll get back to my, very quickly, if I can, go back to my spreadsheet, or not spreadsheet, PowerPoint thing. Let's see if I can get out of this. No, I cannot. Oh yeah, I can. I'm pretty computer illiterate.
Up to the top.
Up the top.
There.
Excellent. There you go.
Okay, so we're back at this, and okay.
And go down to the bottom right and put it back into slideshow.
Okay,
There you
thank
go.
you.
Good job.
Thank you very much for your help. Okay, there's an overhead view of Parkhead. Notice there's no snow, but that's the way it is. I haven't got the nerve to be covering it with snow yet. And there's the north end of the yard. There's a mogul that I built from a kit that Simone Perrant produced. And there's my fence in the back. That was an etched fence. I etched it out of nickel silver, and I've planted it. And there's another shot of the fence. Here's the other going around. Just before you hit Highway 6, there was a big birch stand. And if you take a look over here, there's Wyerton. And there's the turntable at Wyerton. And this is actually going into the turntable. And over there's in the lower left corner is Bothwell cheese, the most famous cheese in Canada. That's a anyway. And so here's the other part of Wyerton. It would be the Niagara Escarpment. And there's a Dunkin' Donuts truck, which never existed, which will become a CNR truck. And at the end of the spur, there would be tank cars for BA and fish, oily fish, basically. And that's my presentation. There's Santa Claus saying Merry Christmas to everybody. That
Fantastic.
what I scratch built before. Of course, I scratch built it before Rich Hill came out with a kit. I much would have preferred, building the kit. So there it is. That's my little presentation to show you the layout.
So yeah, I don't know if Andy's going to tell you about it at all in the future, but the Pacific that he built, he said he built it from a kit, I think, but he made the kit. So he drew up all the etching and the brass and had it etched out, and then soldered it all together and put it onto an American Models chassis. So that was quite a feat.
Thank
So
you.
I've got one of those kits myself that I'm working away at very slowly. So anyway, but
Yeah, I might add there have been a lot of CNR brass kits available in S scale. I produced one, and Simon Perrant produced three. So it's pretty easy to become a CNR S scale modeler in Steam if you want to. Yeah.
Andy, do you do your own etching?
I don't etch myself. I've had to move around a bit. I first had a guy in Scarborough, Ontario, which is on the east side of Toronto, doing them for me, but he stopped doing it. And then I went to a place called Chempix in England, but they got bought out
Right.
and by somebody, I guess a big corporation, obviously, and they quadrupled their prices for modelers. And now I go to a place in Scotland called PPD, and they
Yeah.
do nickel silver and brass. And as a test, I did the fence in nickel silver. I was really pleased with how they etched, and I'm almost finished drawing up a 1954 smooth side baggage car in F scale, so a CNR one. So I plan to use them again. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't do brass casting. I had someone in Texas doing the brass casting for me, K&D, but they are no longer around. So I have to rely on my friend who lives in Dorval named Simon to do it now. I can do resin casting, but no, not brass casting. Anyway, so
okay. Well, thanks, Andy. That was a great presentation. So
thank you very much for having me on, guys. Yeah.
and
Thanks very much.
Jim, thanks for the kind words earlier.
Oh, listen, thank you so much for everything that you've done, Jamie. And Andy, you're welcome to come back anytime. Beautiful layout. Thank you so very much for doing this tonight.
Thank you very much for having
Yeah, I don't know how many, Andy and I have been talking about segments. I'm not sure how many he's planning to do, but we'll, certainly get him
Well,
back if he's got more to show
I'm
us.
hoping to do one on the rolling stock that's necessary to model that particular area.
Okay, great.
If that's
We'll look forward to
possible
it.
at some time in the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody, by the way. I hope you have a great holiday.
You too. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate it. Jamie, again, thanks for everything that you've done for the show.
You're welcome.